What's going on YouTube? Ollelito back here with a brand new video on the channel. Today guys, we have another tutorial Tuesday, and in today's video I will be showing you guys how you build up in the 4-4-2 formation on EF25. I know I did a video about this earlier in the game. I think changed a few things. I've been tweaking a few things in my build up. So in today's video I'm going to show you guys how I build up and how you guys should build up in the 4-4-2 formation yourself. So let's just jump into today's video. So in the background we are playing a German pro player called Musti. He was really good in FIFA 21 and is still a really good player this year. We're playing in a 4-4-2, right? And I'm going to showcase my tactics of this clip because I think it's quite necessary, because if you play different tactics in a 4-4-2 you will have different kind of looks. So before we actually play this clip, let me just show you my tactics real quick. So if you guys haven't seen my custom tactics and formation video with the 4-4-2, please go in and give it a look. I'll try to explain basically what kind of player suits the 4-4-2 and why I'm playing them. But this is basically the formation 4-4-2. I play wingers on both right mid and left mid. I play advanced forward on strikers, holding on both, fullback on fullbacks. If you want to copy the code, you have it at the top there. Now we jump into the clips again. So as I said before, we are playing Musti, right? And in the 4-4-2, especially when I play winger on my both wingers, is basically I want them as wide as possible. And you want to use this width in 4-4-2. And the main thing you're looking for when you're trying to build up in a 4-4-2, in my opinion, in the way I play the game, is to always try to use your strikers in build up and have that kind of triangle between the CMs, wingers, and then strikers and try to play through them. So the thing I do here from Lauren James is that I see that Kylian Mbappe is actually being, basically the space in between Putellas and Theo Hernandez here is actually being closed down. So the thing I could have done is to either play it to De Jong, then play a first time pass to Mbappe. Because De Jong has tiki-taka, he is able to perform that pass. But the thing I do then is, because Musti is pressuring me really well here, the thing I do then is I'm doing a creative run, and you do that by pressing L1 and then flicking the right stick towards the direction you want the player to run towards. So if you look at Kylian Mbappe's movement here, he is pointing his arm like this, but I created him run down towards the wing to open up that space. So as you see here, he is getting into this kind of space. It gets dangerous. I do a speed boost between Ake. I automatically have a 2v1 and I score because of it. So if we look back at this kind of build up again, it's basically pitch perfect. So, starting from Courtois, it goes super quick this. Finding Dalot, I always want to find my winger, and as I said here, I can play De Jong pretty quick, then try to find the strikers, and then I send Lauren James as well. So the thing you want to do with wingers is always send them, either with the L1 pulse or trigger them by pressing L1 towards the player you want to run. So as I said, I can find De Jong, I trigger Lauren James, I try to find a striker, then I try to play Lauren James again, finding this triangle between here. The thing, if that isn't working, like in this clip, then just creative run your striker down like this. You will automatically have a 2v1 here, ball roll, pass, finding R9, and R9 doesn't miss these chances. Fantastic build up in the 4-4-2. So once again, it's going to be another build up, and it's going to be on the wings, because we need to abuse the wings, especially when we play wingers on our wings in terms of roles. So the thing we do, we start off with Van Dijk finding Dalot. And the thing I'm always trying to look for here, in this case, is to either find the closest CM, which in this case is De Jong, or Lauren James. And it just depends on what he is covering, because he won't be able to basically be on both my De Jong and Lauren James, because this is basically impossible in this sequence. So the thing he does, I see, okay, he's trying to cover off De Jong. Then I just try to take a touch, downsize now with Dalot, which I do, finding Lauren James, and here I have space. This is like kind of like money spot we want to get into, right? Because here I don't really have a lot of options. So the thing I do is that I try to find my striker, because I see that lane is kind of open. Here again though, we find Kylian Mbappe, we do the speed boost on him, we basically beat the defender, I see that he's moving the keeper, green time finish, top corner, and we scored to make it 2-0. So once again, this is just by pressing R1 towards Mbappe, so he comes a bit short. Mbappe is coming a bit short, taking the ball before Ake in this case. When I get into this kind of 1v1 situation, try to be quick with it. Try to just make a decision. That's super important in this kind of sequence. The thing I do then, as I said, speed boost, L1, and then pressing R2 after you release L1 will give you this kind of boost as Mbappe is getting here. And once again, I see that he's moving his keeper towards the far post, because I have R9 on an open net basically. So the thing I do then, just decide green time, top corner, put a power on it, because these first post shots actually go in. If you put a lot of power on it, we score to make it 2-0, and once again a fantastic build up in the 4-4-2. So this is going to be a bit of a longer build up, and this is going to be a bit of a different one. I feel like this was necessary, but we want to break as many lines as we can. So the thing thing I do here, I break the line between Garnacho, who is his right midfielder, and Bobby Charlton, and I found Vini into this kind of space. The thing I could do here, or before I actually pass this to Vini, is to trigger Theo Hernandez, then try to break through with this pass to Vini. Then I automatically have Theo running around Vini, and I decide, okay, I want to take the space inside, or just wait for Theo to make that overlapping run, and then play Theo, and then we have a 2v1 situation against his fullback. I didn't trigger Theo in this case because I was a bit too late. So the thing I do here, I just have patience. If I can't find Vini, it doesn't matter. But we want to basically make his team more wide. And the way the AI works in this game is that when you play the ball to your wingers, the AI will suddenly track over, which means that it will open up space in the middle. So if you feel like you're playing a lot in the middle in this game, you need to be able to play it out to the wing for the AI to move over. Then you can be a bit more quick with it, trying to play to your CM, then find a striker. That's basically why it's super important to have wingers in this game, in my opinion. So we find Lauren James once again. She is on winger. We find Kylian Mbappé. Luckily for me, I mean, Ake is not really on Mbappé here. And once again, fantastic touch. But you see how easy it is. It's basically finding the wing. Then we decide take a good touch, actually, because I think he expected me to actually just take the touch forward and then run towards byline and then try to find something. Still, I take the touch towards my own goal. Seeing that Kylian Mbappé is open inside the middle with a very good pass here. I take a very good touch away from the defender. This is super important. It's super important to actually cover the ball here, because otherwise, if you're not covering the ball, most likely the defender will get the ball here. Of course, Ake is falling over. Kylian Mbappé, speed boost, green time finish into the back of the net, scores to make it 3-2. And that was a bit of a different build-up, but you see, it's basically go from wingers into CMs. If you can find your strikers, try to find your strikers, but if you can't find them, have patience, move it out wide, then move it into the inside, and from there, you decide on what you can do. As you will see in this upcoming attack, it's basically the same pattern once again. It's me moving it out wide because it's going to open up space in the middle, because as I said, the AI is moving over. So here, I'm trying to do the L1 dribbling a bit here to see what he is actually giving me. And the thing he does here, he moves out with his Llorente, automatically leaving loads of space down here for Vini. So the thing I do, I try to play it wide once again for the AI to move over. But in this sequence, it is a bit easier, because when he pulls out a defender like this, you just need to take this space with Vinicius or whoever your winger is. So the thing I do then, I try to find Vini. And then once again, I see that he is running towards me, not even holding L2, which is jockey, which means you will get more control of the player. He's just running towards me. So I notice, okay, I can actually turn back here and I have both options of Arnan and Kylian Mbappé here. So the thing I do, I find Mbappé once again. His IK has been really poor for him in this game, I'm gonna be honest. He should have definitely taken the ball there, and a few of the other occasions that I've showed you, he's been a bit unlucky. Doesn't matter though. Kylian Mbappé here, he gets into a money space. Either I shoot this for the first time post, powering it up, but the thing I do, I find Arnan, take a touch, finish into the back of the net, scores to make it 4-2. And yeah, once again, a pretty good build-up goal in 4-4-2. And for the last clip of this video, you will see that I basically have the ball very deep down on my own half, which is going to be a bit of a more long build-up then. I think the longer build-ups are usually better for you guys to actually understand as well. So the thing I do L1 pass with Lauren James, making her run in behind so I actually have a threat going forward, and he needs to be thinking in his mind, okay, I need to cover this Lauren James, otherwise Olle will most likely use the space to try to play her through in behind. So the thing I do, I send Lauren James. After this, I try to work it down to R9. Here again, I can actually play Lauren James in space here if I want to. But the thing I do here then is, you see, Vini is pointing his arm forward, which means, okay, Olle already sent Vini by pressing L1 towards him, so we have runners in behind. And the runners in the 4-4-2, super important. If you don't have runners, I mean, your opponent doesn't need to think about anything. He just needs to think about, okay, I can actually put pressure on the ball holder because I don't have anyone else to cover really, because there is no threat of my players going forward, basically. So the thing I do after this is I send Vini on a run. You see he's pointing his arm. Then I play Mbappé. Then I play Vini in behind because he didn't really cover it. Green time finish with Vini player of the month. He has finesse shot in white, and that's basically why we score. You see, again, Vini pointing his arm in behind. He's just running in a straight line. The thing he does here though, he's not reading that Vini is going in behind, because he is actually thinking, okay, I want to put pressure on the ball holder, which in this case is Kylian Mbappé. So the thing that happens, just a normal triangle pass in space. He expects me to actually go closer to the net. I do once again a ball roll to try to cut that momentum off, because I once again see that he's just sprinting with R2, not holding in L2. The thing I do then, ball roll, finding the space. From here again, as I said, Vini manages to have the silver or white, whatever you want to call it, in finesse. And once again, if I green time this finesse, which I do, this will be a goal. And we score to make it 1-0. Fantastic build up and just school book perfect. For the last clip, I just wanted to showcase this. This is super important. When you see that your opponent is having his fullback super high up, in which this case is Alexander-Arnold, and your opponent is playing a 5-back, 4-back, whatever he is, try to understand that if he is pulling his fullback out of position as much as he's doing, because a lot of people are playing with attacking fullbacks, just wingback, whatever, so they are really high up. The thing you want to do is to try to exploit that space that the fullback is giving up when he's going forward. So the thing is going to happen here. He tries to get into Drogba here, I think. It doesn't work with Alexander-Arnold. And I see this, and I see that the fullback is out of position, and then I want to pounce on it as much as I can. So Van de Ven manages to get the ball. Here again, I send Vini. You see Vini is starting to run at the bottom left corner there. And this is the good thing with 4-4-2. I have options of actually playing, I can play it back, I can switch it to Lauren. But the thing I'm trying to do then, because Van de Ven is left-footed, he manages to find this really good pass into Frankie de Jong. And I already know that Vini is running in behind and Arnold is nowhere to be seen. You can still see Arnold on my screen, but if you look at the minimap, Vini is just beating the offside line. I powered it up, 3.5 bars of power, just normal triangle to Vini, and once again, as I said before in the previous clip, Vini has the finesse shot in silver and we score to make it 2-0. Fantastic play. And why can de Jong make this first time pass? Because I know a lot of you guys are trying to make these first time passes. It's because he has the tiki-taka. And once again, I can play passes on first time. Find Rodri. Here again, just triangle pass with Rodri. Fantastic, perfectly timed pass to Vini. Just try to take the ball towards goal. And as I said, finesse shot in silver. That will go in every day of the week. And yeah, this is basically super important to notice when your opponent is pulling his fullbacks out of position. Just pounce on it as much as you can. We score to make it 2-0 in a very important game in the pro ladder. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment something nice below. If you like these kind of tutorials, let me know down in the comments. That would be much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much, boys. See you guys soon. Take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye.